Hey guys, what is up? It is No Help, and welcome back to another video today. So today we're going to be checking out the While Guthix Sleeps rewards. This is a quest I'm actually very excited to have on old school RuneScape. It's one of the Grandmaster kind of quests, and I really enjoyed it when I played RuneScape 3 and did this quest. So I'm really curious to see what it's going to be like on old school, but today we're going to be checking out the rewards. So it's been a hot minute since we last shared progress on the biggest quest of the year, While Guthix Sleeps. Today you'll get your first look at the rewards we plan to offer, and of course there'll be a survey where you can tell us what you think. So it's going to start this off with the quest. So While Guthix Sleeps continues the Majorat storyline in an epic, sprawling adventure filled with powerful artifacts, sneaky spies, and more druids than you can shake a staff at. It's one of the most iconic RuneScape quests, and we can't wait to bring it to old school. You can catch up with all of the details in our Winter Summit news post. On this globetrotting journey, you'll come up against formidable foes, including the iconic Tormented Demons, with some small changes that we should make them more engaging to fight. Okay, that's very cool. I remember these Tormented Demons. They used to be the people that dropped, or the NPC that dropped the Dragon Claws, but I don't think that's the case anymore. Okay, so rewards. During the Winter Summit Mega Poll, we asked whether you'd like to see a new unique item added to the Tormented Demons loot table, and whether we should also add Dragon Claws in line with the original quest. Since then, we've decided that instead of moving Dragon Claws, we'd like to offer a trifecta of new Demon Bane weapons crafted from the Tormented Synapse. A tradable, unique drop from our demonic friends. You'll need at least level 74 in the relevant skill to craft all three weapons, and unlike other craftables, we're not giving you the option to have a skilled NPC craft it for you. You'll need to pour your own blood, sweat, and tears into these mighty weapons. I kind of like that a lot, whether you're an Ironman or not. Yeah, I like that a lot, so it's not like just main accounts get them right away. You know, you have to actually get the level if you want these weapons. But we reckon they're well worth the trouble. So the first one here is called a Firelight. It's untradeable. It looks like it's a melee weapon, and it will require 75 attack. And let's see here. So the effect increases to 15% against demons. Special attack lowers the opponent's strength, attack, and defense by 5% of their base level +1. And the special effects, Demon Bane, 70% increased accuracy and damage against demons. So that's the special effects there. Kind of a cool little weapon, 75, and it's cool you can actually craft this yourself. It has a +13 melee strength as well. So yeah, our first Demon Bane weapon is of course an upgrade from the mighty Arclight. I was kind of just gonna say that I just couldn't think of the name of it. Unlike Arclight, this fiery blade doesn't need to be charged with ancient shards. So that was the problem. Like I would always run out of ancient shards, so I stopped using the Arclight in certain scenarios like Cerberus or whatever. Instead, you'll upgrade a fully charged Arclight with the Tormented Synapse and 74 smithing. So that's really cool. So you have to get the item and then combine it, I guess, with the Arclight. Is that kind of what it was saying there? And 74 smithing. Okay, good requirement there. Kind of a high requirement, really, 74 smithing, but I like it. Firelight has increased the stab and slash accuracy as well as the same 70% increased accuracy and damage bonus as its predecessor. Additionally, it improves on Arclight's special attack, lowering the strength, attack, and defense of all demons by 15% of their base level +1, and non-demons by 5%. So okay, so that's what that meant up there. That's a 5% increase over the Arclight. Interesting. With this sword at your side, you'll cut through Abyssal Sire and Cerberus like butter, so the upgrade should be more than worth the effort of crafting the blade. Of course, it's going to be more than worth it because you won't need to have the ancient shards anymore. I really like this. Next on the table is the Scorching Bow. I love range weapons. Let's see what this one is. So 75 range, a +124 attack, range attack bonus. We got 40 range strength, and it is a 5 or a 4 attack rate. I'm not quite sure. So binds the enemy for 5 ticks and inflicts burn for that duration. That's awesome. I really like the sound of that. Time increased to 20 ticks against demons. So that's huge against any demons. This is going to be probably be taken to some bosses like Cerberus and some Slayer tasks. And Demon Bane, 30% increased accuracy and damage against demons. Oh, very, very good here. This next weapon will let fiery arrows fly from the afar. So do you need like fiery arrows, or are they just automatically like torched or whatever now? With 74 fletching and a tormented synapse, is that how you say that, synapse? You'll be able to craft this new composite bow with 124 range accuracy and 40 strength. It sounds very powerful, especially with the effects that it has here. With great power comes even more power, as the scorching bow offers 30% increased accuracy and damage against demons. 30% is actually huge. This might even get nerfed. It also has a nasty special attack which binds your enemy for 5 ticks. Oh, so that's the special attack. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I was gonna say that's really overpowered, but that's the special attack which binds for 5 ticks, dealing 1 bonus damage, and if they're a demon, for 20 ticks, increasing the bonus damage to 5. I really like that a lot. It's good to know that that's the special attack. It just doesn't do that every hit. I guess I read that wrong up there, but this weapon will serve as a decent, cheaper alternative to the Bofa and then crystal armor, but will obviously outperform the Bofa against demons specifically. So the thing about the Bofa and the crystal armor is, again, you need to charge it unless you get the permanent Bofa, which I do have, but you don't have permanent crystal armor. And especially, again, against demons, huge. Next is the ignited staff, and this is again a 75 magic weapon. Interesting 63 melee strength there, 10% damage, magic damage. Pretty average looking staff. We'll check out the special attack. So when a demon is killed by this attack, it restores 25% special attack energy. It reduces the attack delay by 3 on the weapon's next attack. That's a very interesting special attack. So special effects doubles Demon Bane bonuses of Demon Bane spells. So I guess certain spells that have Demon Bane, it will double them. So I'm not sure. I don't really know too much about all this yet, but with 74 crafting, you'll be able to synthesize you'll be able to synthesize the ignited staff from the tormented synapse. As typical for magic weapons, it works a little differently from range and melee siblings. Rather than giving you an outright damage boost against demons, this weapon instead auto casts combat spells from the Arceus spellbook. On its own, that doesn't sound like such a great reward, but using Demon Bane spells will double the bonuses. So I haven't actually used many of these spells before, so that could be actually really huge, and it's bringing a little bit more light to the Arceus spellbook rather than just for thralls. Additionally, the ignited staff has a special attack you must be on the Arceus spellbook to cast, which is handy given the staff's effect, and you must be targeting a demon. When used, the special attack will cast the highest available Demon Bane spell at your target. If your target is killed by the spell, you'll restore 25% of your special attack energy, and the delay on your next attack will be reduced by 3. So that's very cool. It's like a 2-in-1 there. Essentially, it's a death charge with a little bonus. Yeah, exactly. Oh, here we go. We've got Burning Claws. This is like some ripoff of the Dragon Claws. These are tradable. Were the other ones? I think the other ones were untradable. Yeah, so these are going to be tradable. Please note that the stats for this item may be changed during balancing. Okay, so let's look at it right now. 65 attack, 32 melee strength. The special attack, deal up to 175% damage over 3 hit spots. So it's Dragon Claws. No, Dragon Claws are 4, I think. Each roll of accuracy has an increased chance to inflict burn. So this new burn style. So we have one final surprise for you today, a pair of ferocious claws. Since Dragon Claws are remaining in the Chambers of Xeric, we wanted to add a new reward that invokes the same feeling as obtaining the OG claws. The Burning Claws will also bridge the gap in melee spec weapons between the cheap and cheerful Dragon Dagger and the monstrously expensive Dragon Claws. So yeah, like the cheap, obviously, Dragon Dagger and the monstrously expensive Dragon Claws. I don't even know, are these like 100 mil right now, something like that? and they're very rare from the Chambers of Xeric, so not all Ironmen would say have them. This weapon works much the same as the latter, while giving you a chance to inflict burn on your target. While burnt, the target will be dealt 10 damage over the course of 40 ticks, 1 every 4 ticks, and can stack up to 5 times. So this could be cool. You inflict it at the start of the fight, and then over the next 40 ticks, whatever that is, 30 seconds, it'll just keep getting the burn, the burn, the burn. And it also will do like 3 hit spots, so it could be pretty huge. Might even be better in some cases than Dragon Claws, probably not, but we can't wait to see your feedback on the Burning Claws and the other weapons we've shared today. Speaking of which, there's a survey. Okay, so what account? Iron. What is your total level? Maxed. Oh god, this seems like we do this like once a month now. Completionist, BVM. We don't socialize. We do some quests, mini games, clue scrolls, and we play on desktop. So how did you learn about this proposed update? I would probably say this news post right here, listening to the news post at Summit. And that's, reading. We didn't listen to this. We read it. So how do you feel about the idea of the 4 unique reward drops to come from Tormented Demons? I actually do like them because they kind of not replace certain items, but like they give you more options. So for example, like you wouldn't have to use whatever that weapon's called, the arc light anymore. You have to use the bofa and certain charges with it anymore. I would say very positive overall. It gives you more options, and it's very good against demons, so it makes Slayer more enjoyable, even some of the bossing Slayer tasks. Based on the information in the blog, how do you feel about each of the rewards? So again, we get to move right over to positive and very positive. So the Firelight, I would say very positive. The Scorching Bow, again. The Staff, I'm going to just say positive. I don't know too much about those spells yet. And honestly, positive about the Claws too. I don't know what a lot of people will think of these Claws, because they are just a little bit of a weaker version maybe than Dragon Claws. Who knows how expensive or how rare they will be, and this burn effect, right? I do like the idea though of the gap between the DDS and the Claws, so it's kind of something in between, maybe a little bit more easy for certain Ironman players to get as a nice spec weapon to take on Slayer tasks. How do you feel about the creation requirements for the 3 new weapons being unavoidable for both mains and irons, as you'll need to craft a Tormented Synapse with 74 smithing, and there will be no NPC? I really like this. I think they should do a lot more stuff like this. I mean, maybe it's a bit biased because I'm an Ironman, right? But at the end of the day, right, you have all these like people that maybe this also holds it back for certain players, right, that will have to wait, do the quest, and then I gotta get 74 smithing now, so it makes them do smithing content, maybe realize we have the Giant's Foundry. You know, it's a lot of cool things locking it behind this, and it kind of makes players go out of their way to get it, and that's why I like Ironman mode so much. I guess that's pretty much about it. Submit. I like all the rewards because they actually give you an incentive to do the quest. Maybe you have a fresher Ironman account, you haven't done as many of the bosses or haven't unlocked as many of the cool upgrades. Maybe you don't have Prifddinas yet and you want a bow, but you know, you're stuck with like a rune crossbow or something. This can be a viable option now for you to get a decent bow. Same with the staff, and also same with the melee weapon. A lot of people do Slayer and a lot of people use the arc light, but I don't have any charges and I don't want to spend my time in the Catacombs of Karen off task to collect shards. Like, no one wants to do that. Right now we have an option to pretty much get that without needing the charges for it, right? So it makes our Slayer tasks more viable, and it will make people want to do the demon tasks a lot more. I can see Cerberus and what is the other one, all these places being super crowded after with these new weapons, right? Because 30% accuracy and whatever it was damage on these things, it's pretty huge. And as for the Burning Claws themselves, I like it. I mean, I'm camping the Chambers of Xeric now, and I would still like to get Dragon Claws, but if we get these Burning Claws or whatever they were called in the meantime, and it's good for some players, it definitely won't be extremely hard, I don't think anyways, to kill the Tormented Demons, but it could be something for players to go after and get a nice fun spec weapon for Slayer, or even to camp and sell. Who knows how expensive they will be. I'm also really excited for this new burn effect. We've got like poison, we got venom, there's a couple other ones, right? Maybe not, I don't even know at this point. Stamina, whatever. It's cool to have a new effect effect, burn. I think that is very cool, something that maybe should have been in the game a long time ago, but I like that we're getting a new effect as well. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Sorry it is a little bit late. I've just been a little busy the past couple of days, but yeah, I will catch you in the next one. See ya later.